Hello, 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 my lovely, lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Hello. Today we are doing a pick a card on what you can expect in the week ahead. I haven't done one of these in a little while, but they're one of my favorites. So it's basically what you can expect in the next 7 days. It doesn't matter when I recorded this, just from the time that you found this reading. I just know these are things you can expect in within the next week. So I have 3 piles for you today. I have pile 1, which is this green fluorite heart. Pile 2, which is this shungite angel. And pile 3, which is this moss agate crescent moon. So take a deep breath, go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're drawn to more than one, then feel free to watch more than one. You could have something in another pile that's going to go on that you need to keep in mind. So there's no wrong way, just follow your own intuition. The timestamps will be in the description box below, so you can also choose that way. So again, we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So take a moment, go with whichever one you're drawn to the most, and I'll meet you at your pile. Thanks, guys. Hello, my lovely friends for pile 1. You guys picked this beautiful green fluorite heart. It's super stunning. We're going over what you can expect in the week ahead, what's going to go on. It doesn't matter when you're finding this. It's just things you can keep in mind and know that could go on this week. I'll be doing your cards first. I also will pull some extra cards, some messages from if you have a special love interest, and as well as initials and charms. So don't miss out on those as well. So we'll start your reading with your tarot. You guys have the Knight of Materials, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Star. So your overall energy of the week is very hopeful but slow. But I'm feeling very grounded in new ideas, inspirations, new thoughts coming in, but a brand new sense of hope. But there's a call to be mindful that the timing may be slower than anticipated or that you like, but there is a purpose to okay. The repetitiveness of it may feel slow and kind of almost boring is what they're giving me. Like there's a methodical layout for how this plan of action needs to come that may feel slower than you would like. When we get excited about something, a new hopeful idea, sometimes we want it now, but there is a definite reason to what feels like maybe a delay. And this may be something that you've been dealing with for a while. For some of you, some of this may be this current energy you're moving into, but for a lot of you guys, I feel like you're kind of what I'm talking about. You're like, okay, I've been here. But there's a method to the madness, that this is all working out as it's supposed to. It's all blooming and unfolding as it should. So learn to trust that a little bit. Take a deep breath when you feel anxious about when is this going to happen? Just know that it will. And don't lose sight of your hope and your vision and your spunk for it. And know that it is coming. And I think things will be, you'll get a little glimpse of almost the light at the end of the tunnel this week for whatever this is. Also, I do have to mention that the Star is the Aquarius card, so that may be pertinent to some of you guys as well. I'm being guided to mention that as well. Aquarius you may be dealing with an Aquarius. You might have you might be an Aquarius yourself. Or this person might help spark a new idea within your head coming in. Trying to see if there's any other messages in this before I move on. There also may be an earth sign coming back into your life that may have been absent for a while, that may be moving back in for some of you guys, or just one of you guys. That is a message that's also coming in, so I need to say it. Yeah, I'm getting this like past energy coming back from an earth sign. Very steady, and maybe intriguing for some of you guys. All right, let's keep going. You guys have self-care. So this week is also a time to, in this slowness, if you do have a pause in what's going on in your inspirations, it's a time to make sure you're taking care of yourself, putting yourself on your own priority list. I have all these, you guys can't see it, I have these bird feeders in my windows, and I have all these birds that are very interested in, well, the seeds and our reading right now. They're all kind of peering in. I have a blue jay, so that might be pertinent to somebody, so I felt the need to call out the birds. And some finches, they're getting in a fight. Anyways, so also I'm hearing part of your self-care this week also could be speaking your truth. We have a blue butterfly here. The blue is the color of the throat chakra. That's all about expression, expressing your needs, expressing what is important to you. So there may be a need to stand up to someone this week in a kind way, and make sure you're putting in a healthy boundary for yourself about what you need in your life. It may be time to be vocal about if you haven't been getting what you need when it comes to your own self-care. It may be time to speak that truth a little bit as well. You guys have inspiration, which felt very much like this card. That's cool that this came up as well. I pull these, but I don't look at them before this reading. So yeah, this is definitely a week of being sparked, being recharged, a new idea is coming in for a lot of you guys, a new way of looking at this. So there may be something you've been working on for a while, and there might be a new like aha moment coming in this week, a new inspiration, a new way of looking at something that almost you'll understand why things were delayed, because you're like, oh, I needed this little piece of information before I move forward. So that you'll be sparked, or you may be renewing yourself within something that's taken a while. And again, for somebody, there's just someone, an earth sign, that I keep feeling this energy coming back in, that's been gone for a while, that's going to spark something within you. And then we have shared inspiration. It says, throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints, we did talk about that, and rules, and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. So, you know, in this area, she is holding on to her heart here. So you're being guided. If you feel like you've gotten lost in something or you can't find your way again, always go back to where your heart is guiding you, where you feel most passionately drawn. And you guys did pick the green fluorite heart. You know, green is the color of the heart chakra. We have a heart here. So for a lot of you guys, you may be heart-centered in your approach to things, or maybe you didn't even realize, and that's where you need to tap in. And where do you feel the most joy, and most where you're being pulled through from your chest, from your heart chakra, from your heart center. I just realized there's a big glare on that card. You also may be getting some divine guidance. We have shared inspiration, you know, and we have this card of this beam coming in through her crown chakra. We have purple here and this overall inspiration. So this also may come in, like I'm hearing divine timing, divine inspiration. Your angels, your guides may be working with you, giving you signs and certain like synchronicities that come in. So be mindful of that. Pay attention to signs, pay attention to synchronicities this week, because there's some things unfolding that your guides and your angels, whatever you want to call them, are wanting you to see, and just know that they're helping you along in this journey. I want to pull some more cards. I was guided to pull this deck out before this reading, so let's see what else for pile 1 for this week. And what's really weird, guys, all right, I'm taking this card because it flipped over. When I was guided to pull this deck, this is the card I saw in my head. Like sometimes when I'm about to do a reading, like I see a card, I'm like, oh, I need to pull stuff from a deck, and it was Fork in the Road. So I knew what deck this was, because I kept getting this image before I started this reading, was to grab this deck and pull a card. So this must be for you guys. So Fork in the Road And then maybe this is where the slowness, there may be a need to make a choice moving forward, or some clarity about which way to go. So you guys could be sitting in this indecisive energy, and you'll finally be getting that little inspiration to go forward in a certain direction. Or you may have to make a big choice, a big truth choice for yourself and self-care, and that might help you see which direction you need to go. What is best, what best serves you, what best serves your heart, what best serves your future. If you have a tendency to put everyone else before yourself, you're being guided to ask yourself, what do I want? What stirs my soul? What will bring me the most joy? And not feel selfish about making a choice for yourself. Okay. I want to use these really fun That's So 80s Oracle cards as well that I love. My lovely friend Jess sent the channel. So let's see what else for pile 1 this week. And then I'll move into love messages and charms and letters. What else do we have for pile 1, please? Get ready to multiply. So we have the Gremlins card here. So something about getting wet just popped in, but I'm just thinking about, you know, when the gremlins the mogwai get wet, they multiply. So there's a chance of things expanding, blooming, multiplying this week as well. I don't think we need to look at this too literal, like as in you're multiplying yourself, but as in just things are blossoming and blooming, and get ready for an explosion of things coming together for you guys this week. I want to pull love messages, so I'll do one from each set of zodiac signs, earth signs, air signs, and so on. So if you're dealing, this will be a love message. So if you're dealing with someone that is an earth sign, what would your earth sign, if pile 1's viewers are dealing with the earth sign, what does their earth sign want to say, please? Oh, they have 2 cards. Okay. It's hard for me to explain things, and I'm afraid to trust. So you guys got 2 cards for earth signs. If they're dealing with a water sign, what would the water sign want to say? Wait for me. So someone's asking to wait. Fire signs. For any of those in pile 1 dealing with a fire sign, what does their fire sign want to say? We got 2 as well. I want your attention, and I'm still moved by you. And then if you're dealing with an air sign, anyone in pile 1 dealing with air sign, what does their person want to say? My karmic story is ending. So someone's ending out a karmic lesson on their end, and they want you to know that. All right, we'll move on to letters and charms. And we'll start with a zodiac dice. So this could be just someone you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be a love interest. Just someone could be heavy in your week. So you guys have Leo. Okay, and then for letters, pile 1 for letters. And this can be initials. It can spell out a place. It could be initials of someone or a certain location. Let's see. You guys have S, G, O, N, E, C, L. I know you guys like to spell lots of things. Like it looks like we have gone, we have clone, we have Sloan, we have one, we have sun, we have all kinds. So you guys can, whatever that means to you. Now I have a squirrel jumping into the party up here on the bird feeder. So a squirrel might be pertinent to somebody as well. All right, let's go back with the charms. Pile 1, what else do they have going on for their week? What do they need to know? Okay, so a charm fell out, so I'm gonna take it. The sun and the moon charm fell out. Okay, why are all these charms falling out? It's kind of creeping me out. Okay, we have the word learn, and we have sing. We have a moon. Oh, you guys got 2 crescent moons and stars. So that might be, that's very interesting. I'm hearing illuminated truth coming through. We do have a little engagement ring. So someone could be making a further commitment in your relationship, coming forward, expressing themselves. Someone could be getting engaged, but sometimes this is just about bringing things to the next level, however that looks. We have a little pink bicycle. And I just heard, where are you going? Where are you taking your life forward? Start looking to see where you want to go. We have this white rabbit here, which makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. You know, like that time, like where that rabbit's chasing the clock. I'm late for a very important date, kind of thing. And then we have a little compass here, and it says love will find the way, as well as this little person sitting in like the blue hair with stars. So it's almost, this is very much feels like a self-care kind of nod for me as well. And we have learn and sing. So you guys could be learning to sing, someone could be singing to you. I'm hearing singing a love song, but moon and stars. I hear like you're my moon and my stars. It is coming in. Wishing upon a star. Seeing through some illusions this week. But I also feel like this symbol just might be important to somebody out there watching this pile. So I kind of feel like there's a nod there. If that is you, feel free to comment that, because I find that pretty interesting, that both came out like that. Yeah, this bike, that it's like, where are you going? You're moving forward. You need to focus on where you're going this week as well. And don't worry so much about time. Don't be frantic. Don't let this bunny of anxiety about the time and when it's going to work out and how, all those things, try to calm that frantic energy this week as well. And maybe, you know, doing some meditation, focusing on self-care when you do feel anxious as well. And, you know, love will find the way. Lead with your heart. It's like your internal compass, and it's going to show you where to go. So pile one, I hope this helps. I hope this gave you some insight. As always, I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. It's truly an honor. And I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys. Get this all cleaned up. If anyone's sitting there, like Anastasia, I'll say hi to you, because you like to sit through my whole readings. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's stick that in there. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 2. You guys picked this angel Shungite. I always say that wrong. I'm going to turn on another light here because I think it's about to storm outside, so it just got really dark. I was trying to use the natural outdoor lighting, but all right, so we are going over what you can expect this week or in the week ahead. It doesn't matter when I recorded this, just know when you find it. These are things you can focus on and think about this week. I'll also be pulling some extra oracle cards, as well as love messages from your special person and letters and charms. So make sure you stick around for that. So pile 2, what do you guys have going on this week? All right, we'll start with your tarot cards. You guys have the Cup, or the Muse of Emotions, which is the King of Cups, and the Three of Inspiration, which is the Three of Wands. So I feel like this week is very pertinent for what fills your cup, what drives your soul, what fills you up from the inside about your future. You're going to be focusing on where you want to go, where you want to take things, but it's going to come in a very loving manner. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with a water sign too this week that has to do with future planning. You may be hearing future plans from, if you are, oh my goodness, I can't talk, I apologize. There's somebody or multiple people dealing with their special person happens to be a water sign. I think very strong, emotionally available person, and they're going to be talking about some future plans this week. So I had to spit that out in a tongue-tied way. But for other of you guys, this could just be very much a week of planning, thinking through, where do you see yourself in the next, I'm hearing 3 to 5 years for some reason. I'm seeing someone making lists of, where do I want to go? What do I want to manifest for myself? What do I want to bring into my life? Where do I see, my actions now, like making, like we have dominoes on here. And like, what actions can I take now to make everything cascade how I want it to? And sometimes even the littlest action can make everything just fall into place. But I'm being guided to make sure that you're coming from a place of a pure-hearted, loving, emotional place as you move forward with this. I don't know why they keep having move these cards around. All right, let's keep going with your cards. Let's see, you guys have disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself up, or open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. We have some orcas on this card, so that might be a sign for somebody, but I'm also hearing like the yin and yang energy coming in. But I know we were talking about the future, and you're making this plan. As you're making this plan for your future, for those of you that are, I'm being guided to say, if you're trying to manifest something for yourself, you may need to be a little more broad about how it all happens. Try to manifest the feelings that you want in your life. If it's security, if you're focused on an actual number, like a wealth, like a monetary number, I'm being guided to say, focus on the feeling of abundance versus $1 million, right? Like, what would it feel like to be safe and secure financially? And maybe say that when you're manifesting. I'm hearing like some tweaks are needed for some people in your manifestations to just say, I want to be financially independent or financially abundant, instead of giving it an exact number. Something about that, like the tweaking of that, makes it feel a little more real. And when you're manifesting, the feeling is what you need to focus on sometimes to bring that all in. It's that feeling of already having it. And when we have this like crazy number, sometimes that feels very much crazy and we can't get into that feeling. So when we shift our words to, I want to be financially independent, I want to be financially abundant, that feels like something we can obtain. And as you shift your vibration into this feeling of manifesting that, it makes it more real and it makes it easier to come to you, because you bring in the vibrations that you are owning. So hopefully that tip helps somebody out there that's been thinking about their future. I'm being told, just please focus on the feelings of the things that you want, and without being so specific about, I need to have this house on this street. It's like, I want to have a house that makes me feel this or whatever. Hopefully that's making sense. But that's coming through really, really strong for somebody or multiples of you about this future planning that you're having. I know manifestation is really big and the collective, and a lot of people are talking about that, but it's finding that vibration and being able to feel what that feels like to already have it, because that is the key to bringing in what you want. And I was using monetary as an example, like money, but that goes for anything, a person, a place, something that you want to do. Focus on the feeling of how being there or being with that person would make you feel, or that type of person would make you feel, and focus on that kind of energy, and you'll start bringing that kind of things to you. All right, but we gotta have prosperity. So some of you guys could be actually very much looking at that financial abundance. But this is going to be a very prosperous week. I need to pull it back in. I know it got a little long-term plan for the week ahead kind of thing. But this week for a lot of you will be very prosperous, monetary and just feeling. I just feel like an abundance of joy coming in for a lot of you guys, finding that heart center, finding that your love for things, bringing that all in, and you'll be very prosperous when you follow your heart. And then you guys have join in. So this week you guys may be asked to do something outside of your comfort zone, and you're being guided to join into that. Or if you've been thinking about joining a group or this or that, I know things are still a little crazy out there, but even if it's on something online, something that you need to join in with someone else, I feel like, or someone's been asking you to coffee or something like that, I'm being guided to say, go ahead and say yes instead of no. Say yes to some opportunities that are coming up this week, because it's going to be very valuable for where you want to go in your life. Let's pull, I'm going to use that So 80 Oracle that my lovely friend Jessica sent the channel. So thank you, Jessica. Let's see what else for pile 2 this week. Wednesday. So something's going to go on Wednesday. Could be very pertinent. We have some type of candy, even though I was alive all through the 80s. I don't recognize that candy, but I'm trying to hold it up. I don't have good lighting in here because it's dark outside. It looks like it says Chupa Chups. I don't know what that is. I guess I missed that in my childhood, but it might be important to somebody. But Wednesday overall is an important day for you guys this week. As you come wherever that falls, Wednesday is going to be big for you guys in pile 2. And then you guys have peace. So there may be a sense of a peace. Someone may be coming in with a peace offering this week, a solution. This could be very off from everything we've talked about this far. This feels like very sidebar. We have the number 23 here, which reduces to a 5, which is the number of change. So something about being told forgiveness, peace, things like that. So someone may be coming in with an apology, an offer, or it may be you that needs to give an apology to somebody else this week, but it's going to help change things in your life and bring much needed peace, however that looks for each of you guys. All right. So moving on to love messages. So we'll start with earth signs. If you're dealing with any of you guys that are dealing with an earth sign, your special person, what would they want to say? So for pile 2, any of them that are dealing with an earth sign, what would their special person want to say? If you don't have a special person, you don't have to worry about that. But for those who do, that are dealing with the earth sign, it's you deserve more. So this sense of they're realizing not giving you what you need, and they recognize that you do deserve more. For those dealing with a water sign, I'm afraid to trust. This came up in the first pile, but I don't remember what sign it came up. But there's a level of someone being afraid to trust. For fire signs, if they're dealing with fire signs, what does the fire sign want to say? We got 2. You changed my whole direction, and I'm sending you telepathic messages. So if you're dealing with a fire sign, they're trying to send you messages telepathically, and you've changed their whole direction. And for air signs, anyone dealing with an air sign for pile 2, please. Air sign. It's hard for me to explain things. So this air sign may be very up in their heads, and they have a hard time getting that out in words. Even though the air signs tend to be very communicative, but sometimes they do get stuck in their head and have a hard time translating that into words. So they may be having a hard time explaining something to you. So let's move on to letters and charms. We'll do a zodiac dice for you guys. So this could be just someone that you're dealing with heavily this week. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection. You guys got Sagittarius. So there's some Sagittarius energy that you're going to be dealing with this week, or you could be a Sagittarius. Let's do some letters. These could be someone's initials. They spell words. Sometimes it can just be a location. We have an A, E, O, a G, and an R. So whatever you guys want to do with those. Also, Geo. And for charms for pile 2, what else do they need to focus on their week and keep in mind? Okay, whoa. You have a couple words. So it says want, time, and. So I'm hearing some of you guys will be really getting what you want this week. We have this key. So whenever this key pops up, I usually feel like someone's either going to be looking for a new home. For some of you guys, someone could be giving you a key to their home. But it feels very like moving kind of thing. Unlocking a destiny this week. We also have another we have Cancer sign popping up here as well, so you guys could be dealing with Cancer. We have the mad cat face, so there could be something that makes you a little grumpy this week. We have a black apple. I'm trying to figure out what, I didn't even know I had this in here. I'm being told like you might be biting into something that you thought was going to be sweet this week that might not turn out to be as sweet as you thought. So just keep that in mind. That could be where that grumpy comes from. But this want time. But I keep hearing a lot of you guys are going to be getting what you want, or it might not be the time to get what you want. So be mindful. We also have a tennis racket. So this could be a chance to play with someone, a back and forth, a nice back and forth kind of energy is coming through for that for you guys. I feel like I'm missing something with this black apple. This might just mean something to someone that's watching. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm missing it. So, but yeah, it's just a sense of like expecting something sweet. So something might not go exactly as expected, but I'm just hearing like, let it roll off. Continue and just know that things are going to work out as they're supposed to. It might be like a slight redirection on something for you guys this week. So pile 2, I hope this helps. I hope this gave you some insight. As always, I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. It's always truly an honor, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 3. You guys picked this really awesome moss agate crescent moon. My lighting is so not great today, so I apologize, but it's really, really cool. I like this side because it's got this little imperfection in here. Wish you guys could see that a little better. Super cool. Okay, so we're going over what you guys can expect in the week ahead. I'll be pulling these cards. I have some more oracle cards I'm going to pull, as well as some love messages from your special person and some charms and letters. So make sure you stick around for that. So overall energy, we will start with your tarot cards for this week. Whew, my nose is itching so bad, so that came out of nowhere. That might be, I always mention things like that. It always means something to somebody. Okay, you guys have Page of Voices, which is the Page of Swords, and the 9 of Inspiration, which is the 9 of Wands. I'm hearing adjust your vision, like with this actual Page of Voices card. She's got these glasses on and she's adjusting them. So I'm hearing like there may be a sense of adjusting how you view something this week. And there's also a sense of maybe staying a little guarded. So the 9 of Wands can sometimes, for me, usually feels like someone who has like a wall around their heart that isn't opening up. But for this week for you guys, not to, trying to figure out how to word this. Not that this is a warning, but I'm just saying, you know, it might be something that you need to pause and see how things play out. And maybe stay a little guarded. Just hold back a little bit on some things that you're feeling, and just watch some things unfold this week. Again, yeah, it doesn't feel like this is a bad warning. It's just like a, hey, just take a step back, hold on. You know, you don't need to give it all away this week, and just let let yourself see how things unfold. It's a very interesting message to come through for a Page of Swords, or it's like think things through before you act. So it's okay to stay a little guarded this week in something, and you don't need to just jump right in. Just kind of hold back before you speak all your truths and you communicate. Just really think things through this week. That's a very interesting message. And I'm also noticing a lot of orange in these cards. They're drawing me into the orange, which is the color of your sacral chakra. So that could have something to do with creativity. I'm also being told like to maybe focus on your sacral area. Potentially work through some jealousies. Look up if you feel guided to, if something about me talking about a sacral chakra sparks an interest in you. I'm being guided for those that it does to look that up and dive into that a little bit more. I don't need to get it fully into this because it's not for everybody, but if that does spark an interest, look up your sacral chakra. That's your we start with your root is like at the base, and then your sacral chakra, which is like can be, you know, your sexual organs, your creativity, things like that, but to look into that as well for some of you guys. But it's just a week of observing and watching things go through and thinking things through before you actually speak it. Our pages are our messengers, which are usually our communicators, but I'm just hearing think it through. Just hold back. All right, let's keep going. Childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. So there's also, it feels very sidebar from this. It's just a chance to get back to the things in life that made you feel alive. Some childlike devotions, like think back to what made you really happy when you were a kid and focus on doing those things that make you feel alive. And that could be pulling into this a little bit with this sacral chakra for some of you guys. It's like this, what makes you feel alive? And something might be as silly as going and getting on a swing set somewhere, or a merry-go-round is what they're showing me. I'm showing a playground, like learning to play again with childlike devotion without worrying about what anyone else thinks, and get to the almost like the primal core of yourself this week, and really have fun with some stuff. I know this is kind of a serious message, but it also might be a message just to like learn to dive into yourself without worrying about other people, and just do what makes you feel alive and glows from the inside. We have truth here. So we have a mirror, and this feels like another inner truth. So it could be this. This feels kind of personal for somebody, but there could be like an inner truth that it's going to take some self-reflection this week. Maybe doing some sacral chakra work, or doing a sacral chakra meditation for somebody is going to help unlock a truth within you, a truth that is being mirrored in other relationships around you that you might not understand. Why do I keep attracting these people? What is this lesson that I'm not getting? And it's something that is within you that you need, like you're being triggered for a reason to unlock a truth within you that you've been holding on tightly to this week. And then we have new exercise programs. So that could be like finding, like if you're trying to find something, that's an interesting card to come up, but and we have orange in this card too. But finding like a new excitement for working out, new motivation. It might be finding something that you feel that feels more like play than work for you guys as well. I want to pull an That's So 80s Oracle card that was donated to the channel by my lovely friend Jessica. Let's see what else. Oop, we had a flipper. We have Grody to the Max. This is a Garbage Pail Kids, and this is Bob Gross, which is supposed to be like Bob Ross painting. I'm just looking at this. This is really gross. Someone might have some allergies kick in this week. My nose was itching at the beginning of this. We do have all this snot. I know that's so weird. I'm going to pull one more for that. This made just Garbage Pail Kids maybe a memory for someone from their childhood. and that came up. And painting could be, we could take that very literal with Bob Ross being represented on that card. But getting back to this creative energy, you know, this sacral chakra is your creative energy. Maybe if you're feeling very detached from that part of you, is to look into things that, you know, are creative outlets for you, like finger painting, things that just creating something will help you tap back into yourself if you're feeling like a sense of disconnect. And then we have Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. We have excellent. So I'm hearing like some time with some friends could be really fun, playful this week as well. And this one had flipped over, which is Friday. So we'll also hold on to this with the nerds in the background. So something could come up for you guys Friday. You could have an excellent Friday coming in. So keep Friday in mind. And then we're going to pull another oracle card for pile 3, please. What else do they need to keep in mind or know for this week? Any other messages? Chaos and conflict. We have the master number 33 on here as well. But this card sound like the name of it, chaos and conflict, actually isn't. It isn't like a scary card. It's kind of like some things like you may have thought things were going to go one way. Like if you look at this card, we have the zebra, but it has like this giraffe's skin on it. So things that may have felt like they were chaos and conflict are going to be breaking away, and the truth of the matter's coming through. You know, we had this truth card come back up. I just feel like there's going to be like an unlocking within you this week. This could be very just, as I'm talking about something personal, it could just be personal for you. It might not involve anyone else. It's just realizations of yourself. If you've been wearing masks, if you've been wearing a false sense of yourself or not being able to tap into the true you for so long, this is the week that things are going to be unlocking and unfolding for you in that manner. All right, so I want to pull some love messages. If you're dealing with, we'll start with earth signs. If you're dealing with the earth sign, anyone in pile 3 dealing with the earth sign, what would their special person want to say, please? For earth signs, we will be together again. So they want you to know we'll be together again. Any of my pile 3 people that are dealing with a water sign, wait for me. They want you to wait. Fire sign in pile 3, people dealing with a fire sign. What does a fire sign want to say? I'm making plans. And anyone dealing with an air sign for pile 3, please. Air signs. Twin flames. So there's that. So that could also be this mirroring truth that came through. So I know twin flames is a big key buzzword right now. But just look at it as a very transformative connection for any of those people. And it's really about unlocking truths within you. So you could be triggered this week from that person. Doesn't mean that person, if you're dealing with an air sign, that they are, but it's that level of a connection that's helping you examine your own inner truths. So for charms and letters, I'm going to pull a zodiac dice first. So pile 3. And this doesn't have to be a love person. This is just someone that could be heavy in your week. So for pile 3, what's our zodiac sign? We have Sagittarius is coming through. Let's pull some letters for pile 3, please. I'm hearing or fire sign. Sagittarius or fire sign could be big, or just fiery Sagittarius energy this week. Coming through. All right, we didn't get a lot of letters, but we have an RN and a P and a T, which I just heard registered nurse and physical therapy. Might be pertinent to somebody, but so there you go for letters. And let's pull pile 3's charms, please. Anything else they need to keep in mind this week for the next 7 days? Any other information we can get them? Greatly appreciated. Whew. All right, we have a 5 and a 4, which also creates a 9. We have the letter S and a Y came through. We have this little plant coming through the ground, like it's like a little plant, so that's growth. We have dream, and we have this little bird house, here. So whenever I get this is very much, I feel like someone's going to be either reorganizing their house, moving to a new home, planning for their next move in general. But I feel like there's just a reorganization of home this week. This little one feels very self-care to me. It's this person kind of wrapped up, and then they have their hair around them with stars in it, but I'm just hearing nurture yourself this week. You guys could have some truths coming through in a dream, so pay attention to your dreams this week. I'm hearing get a dream, like have a notebook by your bed so you can write down as soon as you wake up so you don't forget. But there's also a lot of new growth coming in, but I feel this is a very personal growth week for a lot of you guys, and it may involve paying attention to your dreams, meditating, going within, and really unlocking these truths. And it could be about where you want to bring your future plans to. So I think that's it, guys. It's all the messages I got for you guys for this week. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gave you some insight. As always, thank you for spending your time with me. It's truly an honor. I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you guys for everything, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys.